Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to talk about 5 things that I love about my 600 horsepower Charger Scat Pack. As you can see, it is currently D-badged, but that doesn't really affect the speed. If anything, putting more stickers on it, makes it faster. As you guys know, each sticker adds about 5 horsepower. But this is just the walk around of the car. I currently have the let's see, I have the AT Street R's on the car right now, the Mickey Thompsons, and they are 305 45 17s on both sides. I have the Forged Stars wheels on the car. I did paint the brake calipers myself and added the SRT sticker to it. Let's go ahead and give you guys a startup. Now the key fob itself, the battery on it is really low, so I don't even know if it's gonna work. There we go. All right, here we go. All right, let's go ahead and get this car started. Here we are. Let's go ahead and take it off of eco mode so we can drive it. And as you can see, the key fob battery is low on the car. I need to change that. All right. There we go. All right, so the very first thing that I like about this car, given that it's currently right at 600 horsepower with E85 setup and everything, is the speed of the car. Now the car, the Scat Packs are fast, stock. At least to me, they were fast when I first got this car. I didn't have the Hellcat yet, it was just this car. And originally when I first bought this car, this was the fastest car that I had ever owned. So, to me, it was a very fast car stock. But then I purchased the Hellcat, and, once I modified the Hellcat, this car just didn't feel as fast anymore, being stock. So I did modify this car as well to make it, go faster just a bit. It's not, of course, it's not as fast as the Hellcat still, but, it's definitely fast enough. A lot of cars that think it's just a regular Scat Pack try to come and race me, and then they end up being surprised about how faster it is than just a regular Scat Pack. So the first thing would have to be, of course, the speed. Now the second thing I love about this car is the sound of this car. In my opinion, this car, the Scat Packs, at least my Scat Pack, sounds, exhaust wise, sounds way nicer and deeper and louder than my Hellcat even is. And if you hear it closely, you'll hear the crackles of the car. It's like, it's like making popcorn every time I drive this car. And with the downshifts, it even gets louder. Now I do have a straight pipe exhaust. I didn't get any specific exhaust systems. I just have the straight pipe exhaust on it. It cost me right around like $100. I think actually for this car it was maybe like $150 at most. It wasn't more than $150. And just spending that $150, it definitely opens up the sound of these V8 cars. They sound a lot better. And to me, there's nothing that sounds better than a V8 engine. So having a straight pipe engine, especially a V8, is definitely fun to drive around all the time. And the third thing I love about my Charger Scat Pack is that it's a sedan. It's a 4-door car. It has all the practicals of just a regular sedan car, except it has 600 horsepower anytime you wanted to go fast in it. With the 4 doors, I definitely have a lot more room to put stuff in the backseat. I actually have usable back seats, unlike the Challengers where, in the Hellcat, if I'm sitting in the car, if I'm driving the car and another adult is sitting in the front side or in the passenger seat, nobody can sit in the back seats. They become useless. The back seats become useless in the Chargers, or I'm sorry, in the Challengers. But with the Chargers, it's a practical sedan. It has all the features that a family car should, or a sedan should. It has the comfort. Now this car specifically comes with the heated seats, the ventilated seats, and the heated steering wheel. It comes with the blind spot detections. So it does have a lot of practical things that you could use on a day-to-day basis, and this is the main reason I drive this car on a daily basis rather than my Hellcat. And of course, you know, I can't really put too much miles on the Hellcat because stuff are gonna start to break, especially since it's been modified. And now the third thing I would say that I love about this car, as that Honda Civic almost just drove into me, what were we? We did 3 things. Okay, so the 4th thing that I love about this car is that it still comes with the performance pages. Anytime you have a modified car, even with a stock car, you always want to keep an eye on all of your gauges. It does have, now this car only comes with, oh, it actually does come with a second page. So it has the transmission temperature, air intake temperature, it comes with the oil temperature, oil pressure, coolant temperature, and then the battery voltage. Then again, just like my Hellcat, the one I really pay attention to the most is my oil temperature and my oil pressure, just because I've had bad experiences on the Hellcat with those 2 things, so I always keep an eye on them. And also, you know, the car does come with the drive mode option where you could change between the drive modes that it offers. It has 4 different drive modes. You could go on auto. Now, auto is the only one that gives you this option right here for eco mode. If you look right here, you see that green leaf, that means that the car is in eco mode, which is the mode I usually drive in this car, just because I try to save some gas because this is the daily driver that I use. But if I wanted to go necessarily fast, I would switch it to sports mode, or I would even go to track mode if I was trying to race. And track mode and the sports mode actually make the exhaust, it opens it up just a bit more, at least in my opinion, or at least with my cars, with the Challenger and the Charger. It does open up the sound a bit more, so the car gets more aggressive. Now, this car does not come with the suspension mode like the Hellcat does, where it adjusts your suspension as you change between the drive modes, but it's still a very cool feature to have in a, you know, a sedan. Final thing I love about this car is that, like I did mention, I drive in eco mode all the time, and I'm currently averaging, if you look right on top of the speedometer, I'm currently averaging 15.3 miles, and that's on E85. And you know, as you know, E85 uses more gas essentially than premium gas does. Now, before this car was on E85, I was averaging right around 20 miles per gallon, which is not the best, but it's definitely not bad in a V8 engine car. And even with the E85, 15.3 is still not that bad. In the Challenger and the Hellcat, if I was to drive the car even normal, just like I drive this car all the time, it will maybe still be at like 10 or 11 miles per gallon. So 4 extra miles per gallon, it makes a big difference because I have to get gas almost every other day for these cars. So saving that much, you know, saving that extra 4 miles per gallon, actually something that I truly appreciate about this car, just because it makes it a bit more practical. Then again, now it's not the best daily driving car to have, but you know, this is the cars that I like, that I love at least. So I will continue daily driving this car, and I will continue making more videos for you guys with this car as well. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know what other kind of videos you guys want to see next, and until then, have a great day.